So if you've ever tried to build an online community, you know the dream, right? You want to create a space that's really, truly yours. But what happens when the very platform you're building on can just pull the rug out from under you? Today, we're going to dig into a really powerful idea that puts the control right back where it belongs, in your hands. It's called digital sovereignty. Let's just start with a question that probably keeps a lot of creators up at night. I mean, imagine it. You spend years, literal years, building your audience, creating your content, your whole business. And then you wake up one morning and it's just gone. For so many people, this isn't just some bad dream, it's a very, very real risk.
And the number one fear? The arbitrary ban. You know, one little policy change you didn't even know about, a shift in the terms of service, and poof, your entire digital world just vanishes. It's this constant threat that hangs over your head when you're building your community on, well, someone else's property.
And okay, let's say you manage to avoid getting banned. You still have to face the algorithm. You pour all this heart and soul into your work, but then this invisible gatekeeper gets to decide who actually sees it. Your reach gets squashed, your engagement tanks, and you're left just scratching your head wondering what on earth you did wrong. All of this, as you can imagine, leads to massive financial instability. I mean, just think about it. You've got platform fees that can snatch 30% of your income. You've got sudden payment freezes that come out of nowhere, and the constant worry of being demonetized. It makes trying to build a stable business feel next to impossible. So yeah, this is what we call the creator's digital dilemma. The whole system right now, especially if you're in a niche or an 18-plus community, feels like this minefield of risks and rules. It's like you're forced to play a game where the rules are kind of rigged against you from the start. But what if you could just change the game completely? And that's exactly where Linkspreed comes in with a totally different philosophy. The idea is, instead of building on that rented land we talked about, what if you could build a permanent, censorship-resistant home for your community? The key idea here is something called censorship-resistant ownership. Now, this isn't about creating chaos or some lawless Wild West. Not at all. It's about stability. It means your community is safe from those sudden, random policy changes because it's built on a foundation of clear, predictable, legal rules. So how does that actually work? Well, it's through what they call a dual compliance framework. It's actually really straightforward. First, every single community has to follow U.S. federal and state laws. Simple. Second, the community owners themselves are responsible for making sure they're respecting the local laws of their members. See? It's about creating freedom through responsibility. Okay, so that's the philosophy. But a philosophy is just talk without the right tools to back it up. Linkspreed gives you a sovereignty toolkit, which is basically a whole set of features designed to put you, the creator, in control of your security, your audience, and your money. First up, let's talk about identity. The Universal International Identity, or UIID. This is really cool. It uses a technology called zero-knowledge proofs. Now, just imagine being able to prove you're over 21 without ever showing your driver's license or even revealing your birthday. That's what this does, using math. You pair that with biometric checks to make sure it's a real person, and boom, you get top-notch security without ever giving up your privacy. All right, next up, your audience. This is huge. With Linkspreed Social, you're not just renting followers anymore. You have 100% data sovereignty. That means you actually own your member data. And because there's no algorithm suppressing your posts, when you share something, it gets to all of your active users. It's a direct, unfiltered connection. Finally. Now, let's talk about the money. We all know about the platform tax, right? Mainstream platforms are famous for taking these massive cuts of your revenue. Well, Linkspreed Pay completely flips that model on its head. 0%. That's Linkspreed's platform take rate. You keep 100% of your revenue. The only thing that comes out are the standard external processing fees, like from the credit card companies. This is a game changer. It puts the money back where it belongs, in the creator's pocket. But look, this is way more than just a social feed and a payment processor. The whole goal here is to give you a complete professional infrastructure. It's about letting you run your entire digital business all from one central place. And that toolkit we mentioned, it has everything. You get a search and ad system so people can actually find you, no shadow banning. You get secure encrypted cloud storage for your files, a professional workspace with a ticketing system to handle moderation, even a central hub to keep all your plans and community rules organized. It's basically the whole shebang you need to run a real professional operation. Now, all of these amazing tools are built on a foundation that's designed from the ground up to earn your trust. Because it's not just about what features you have. It's about knowing the platform is reliable and performs flawlessly day in and day out.
And that trust isn't just a vague promise, it's backed up by hard numbers. For starters, a 99.9% uptime guarantee. What that really means is your community, your business is always on and available for your members.
Performance is also a huge deal. The platform targets a server response time of under 500 milliseconds. For you and your members, that just means everything is blazing fast. It's a smooth, seamless experience, which is absolutely critical for keeping people engaged and happy. And finally, this commitment to being professional extends to global legal standards. We're talking about things like GDPR-compliant hosting in Europe. This provides a legally secure environment that protects both you, the owner, and your members, no matter where they are in the world. So when you boil it all down, this is really the core promise, isn't it? A place where your community is verified and safe, where your data actually belongs to you, and where your potential for growth has no ceiling. It's a vision that tackles the three biggest headaches for creators head-on.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. If you were completely free from arbitrary rules, from the whims of an algorithm, from those ridiculous fees, if you truly owned your community, your data, and your revenue, what could you build? What would you be free to create?